Donovan Dijak should be the MLW World Heavyweight Champion, not that knockoff T-bar piece of shit, Krugger.
Oh, here we go! Krugger out of nowhere! It is absolute chaos! We need more people back there. We gotta get these stopped. There's bodies all over the place. It's gonna be Matt Riddle and Alex Hammerstone. One-on-one, Hammerstone body at a guaranteed title shot. Lined up against Riddle. Riddle's no longer the world champion.
Oh no!
Hammer's looking nightmare pendulum, but here's a living, walking nightmare. Retribution after Hammer assaulted him with a chair. And here's Dijak. Oh, this has turned into complete bedlam. Oh, hey, Riddle! What the hell was that? Riddle pinned Hammerstone.
The king of bros is done, and this is the era of the rude dude.
The quarterfinals of the Opera Cup, the most prestigious tournament in wrestling. You have to wonder, with Rugido and Magnus on the outside, what this matchup may resemble. This is not what we want to see in the Opera Cup. If this is what the rest of this tournament is going to be, I have some big-time trepidation over what we're going to see from here. And Volador Jr. moving on. The past, the present, the future collide in this one matchup. One of these men will join the final four. Kojima, second out of the toe. What's the leg? Kojima's moving on.
You should cheer for me to win the Opera Cup. You should cheer for me to beat Paul London.
That has so much passion for this sport.
I hate to show partiality here. I got to give it up for my buddy Paul London.
Austin Aries. Oh, jeez. You okay? Oh. Oh, Paul London's not okay. And Aries moves on. Paul needs some positive reinforcement now. He's been hard on himself. Oh. The winner of this match goes on to compete in the semifinal round. We know the opponent will be Austin Aries. This is a must-win for both men. Baltimore Revolution into La Mistico! Dead center of the ring! Ultimo top! Mistico moves on!
¡Y gente de California!
Austin Aries, you piece of garbage! The Brainbuster! No! Aries getting a leg up before October 25th at Symphony of Horrors!
Matt Riddle and the man who beat him for the MLW heavyweight title, Krule will be challenging the Skyscrapers, Donovan, Dijak, and Dyer for the MLW Tag Team Championship.
Yes, and the new MLW National Openweight Champion, Blue Panther, will defend the title against Rugido and his rival, Atlantis, tonight, and that's for you, Long Beach.
Plus, Templario will defend the MLW middleweight title, and SHOTZI will be live in action.
And the main event is gonna be the Opera Cup semifinal which is Mistico against Aries.
This night is for you, Long Beach.
Come on, come on! Stand up and scream loud because the violence, the glory, and the luchas, they all start right now!
The scenery in Long Beach always so breathtaking and beautiful, but the volatility could turn ugly. Here at MLW Symphony of Horrors, Joe Dombrowski here with Filthy Tom Lawler. Wait, he's here now? Well, we've just been told that Matt Riddle, or should I say the rude dude, he's just arrived to the building and our cameras are tracking him.
Yo, Caesar, what's up with everything, bro? How come I'm not getting a title shot immediately? I already beat like half the roster and I'm still playing your games? Dude, your matchmaking is worse than Brock Lesnar, bro.
Oh, real.
Really?
Mi campeón frustradito. Ay. Listen, the match is made. So tonight, you and the man who stole your world title will fight against the World Tag Team Champions. It's a test to see if you really are the alpha of Major League Wrestling.
If I'm the alpha, bro, nothing but alpha. That's easy money. I'll beat him and you might as well call me Riddle the Gold Collector, bro.
Oh, easy money. This isn't your nasty OnlyFans account.
There'll be more of that for you later, Chica.
Well, let's see if the alpha can swim when the sharks smell blood.
Well, it is a volatile atmosphere out here in the locker room area. Joe Dombrowski, Tom Lawler with you, still in the Halloween spirit, but nobody's celebrating back there. Hammers on a warpath. We know Dijak and Dyer are after everybody in their way, and we know it all centers around Cesar Duran trying to keep the peace, but their latest form of consternation, the tag titles on the line tonight, that's not all.
No, are you kidding, Joe? We have the semifinals of the Opera Cup. Two legends, Volador Jr. takes on Satoshi Kojima, and in the other matchup, Mistico takes on the king of controversy, Austin Aries.
But before we get there, we have a brand new national openweight champion, and his first defense stateside is right now as we send it to Rich Palladino.
The following lucha is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is a triple threat match for the MLW National Openweight Championship. Introducing our first challenger from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 82 kilos, Atlantis.
You talk about legends, you talk about icons, you talk about individuals that transcend their genre. That is what Atlantis means to Lucha Libre for 4 decades plus.
Respected around the globe, one of the best luchadors, and I say this with all due respect, one of the best luchadors of all time, Atlantis.
It covers so much ground, but as we've seen in recent history, the legends are still making history to this day.
His opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 90 kilos, Rugido.
Well, we saw Rugido make his presence felt back a few weeks ago at Slaughterhouse because he was ringside and, in my estimation, very instrumental to his Los Depredadores leader, Volador Jr., advancing to the semifinals and getting that slot against Satoshi Kojima coming up later on in the broadcast. But could you imagine, just imagine for a moment what it would be like if Volador Jr. captures the Opera Cup and Rugido becomes the defending national openweight champion. The power that Los Defendedores will have in a matter of weeks, notwithstanding their already prior run as tag team champions here.
And their opponent from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 98 kilos. He is the current reigning and defending MLW National Openweight Champion, Blue Panther.
Blue Panther might as well call the Los Angeles, Long Beach area a home away from home. Arguably the most popular athlete in Battle Ryan 7 here a number of months ago, and now returning these many months later, not just a triumph and a success story, but a champion as well.
Yeah, it's not only here in Los Angeles, Joe, it's all around the world. The people absolutely love this man. A legend, we talked about the legend of Atlantis, but right up there, a parallel, is this man, Blue Panther. And he's the man with the gold. The MLW Openweight Champion, the National Openweight Champion, Blue Panther. That's a nice looking belt, Joe.
It's a nice looking belt. It's a intriguing looking matchup. Blue Panther and Atlantis have a deep-rooted respect. We saw them team together a few weeks ago, helping mentor young Diego Hill, but at its root, at its seams, is a unending rivalry, unfinished business that dates back some 35 years. And we'll see if that rears its ugly head or if Rugido can take advantage of that, or will the veteran instincts of the legends pay off. Panther looking for the cover, and Rugido interrupts immediately in this one fall National Openweight Championship match.
And it could be the case where Atlantis and Blue Panther are so focused on each other, as we've seen them battle on the same team, we've seen them battle against each other.
Yeah.
And perhaps Rugido, the odd man out, can use that to his advantage.
Rugido means roar. He comes in with the power of the lion, and we'll see if that can pay dividends as Atlantis takes flight. A 40-plus year pro, and Panther showing
try to take advantage quick.
No love there, no allegiances as Atlantis the double takedown. It was Blue Panther defeating Ultimo Guerrero September 21 in Arena, Mexico at a CMLL card to win that MLW National Openweight Championship. Quebradora, nicely done by Atlantis.
Oh, Rugido able to fire back with a super kick.
I'll tell you what, as Rugido charges in, but check this out. To the outside.
Elevates him up and over the top.
Yeah, but Atlantis got ahead of steam, but thought better of it when the two men ducked out of the way, and Panther, I think, sacrificed Rugido to Atlantis. Oh, you gotta love the adulation. And there's a rolling senton as well from Panther. Panther, I tell you what, to me, he's Mexico's version of the late great Terry Funk. Even well into his career, and
you said he's a little crazy.
Many decades into the sport, he can be a little crazy, but he's also having arguably his best, most popular year, much like Terry Funk did, well into his 50s. Blue Panther's doing it here in Major League Wrestling and CMLL, a career resurgence.
Yeah, much like Terry Funk, he can do it all. He'll take risks. Of course, he can wrestle on the mat. A great technician, a real master of lucha libre.
Yeah, you talk about that word, maestros, the teachers, the professors of the sport, and you can see the love of the fans as they look on wide-eyed at their hero that they share the colors of. But Rugido able to reverse things.
Here we are in Dodger country here, are we not?
Well, I'm not sure if Rugido can dodge these right hands.
I mean, so far he's taking every fastball down the pipe and getting hit by it.
Yeah. But Panther controls the entire way. It's one of many reasons the Lucha Libre world is talking about Blue Panther. They talked about his win of Ultimo Guerrero, and they're still talking today, but Rugido seizes the moment.
Atlantis on the outside, biding his time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have that kind of longevity without a good reason. You pick your spots, and raking away, maybe gonna rip that mask. The priceless history and lore that goes with it. The reason why the likes of Diego Hill go down to Mexico to train with Panther, to sit under his learning tree. But Rugido, much like all of Los Depredadores, show no respect for anyone.
We saw a few weeks back, no respect as they interfered on behalf of Volador Jr.
The elbow, too. And notice Atlantis is there to protect his interests. Atlantis and Panther, their most famous matchup was July 1991. Atlantis beat Panther to retain the then EMLL title, but it really put Panther on the map as a headline top athlete in Lucha Libre. Blue Panther became a star from that. The feud was never finished because there was a wrestler strike shortly after that matchup, and there's been doubt ever since between the two over who the true better man is.
That matchup took place on your 40th birthday, if I remember correctly.
In 91? It was 5. Rugido to the outside. Everybody to the outside. And in the guardrail. I find it so interesting to see the fleeting allegiances that are formed in this match, sometimes only lasting a few seconds. Certainly an opportunistic alliance of convenience, but you can see what damage it does. Rugido can't be trusted by anybody outside of Los Depredadores, but Atlantis and Panther will seize an opportunity if they see one.
And you can see the longer this match goes, Rugido is able to take more control. The youngest man in there in the ring, perhaps the time so far, is wearing on the two older gentlemen, wearing on the two masters.
Duck of the clothesline, and nicely done across body. And Panther was nowhere to be found to interrupt that. Nearly lost his championship without being involved in the decision. That could happen inside Cradle. Could see it again. Panther intervenes. Rugido is very adept on the mat. He trained for 6 years in Olympian and Greco-Roman style wrestling. But the thing is with Panther and Atlantis is they don't let themselves stay on their back very long, do they? Oh, plancha! Spreads out his body weight for maximum impact, does the defending national openweight champion. And for the ride. Check this out, Panther versus Blade, and Panther stopped off at the ass! This man is absolutely timeless.
A little bit of a rough landing there by Blue Panther. Still able to use the momentum to send Rugido into the corner. Oh. And now everybody down after the big clotheslines.
We compared Blue Panther to Terry Funk earlier. I think Panther and Atlantis is Terry Funk versus Dusty Rhodes to Lucha Libre. They will fight as long as they're both in existence on this planet. Case in point, miss of the double clothesline, and Panther reverses. Rugido from the blind side. Could be a huge night for Los Depredadores.
Looking for one of those Greco-Roman suplexes.
And a counter.
Blue Panther with the armbar.
And yeah, Rugido immediately tapped.
Here is your winner by submission, and still MLW National Openweight Champion, Blue Panther.
I'll tell you what, Rugido knew he was in a bad way. As soon as he got trapped and that Fujiwara armbar, there was nowhere to go. And rather than lose the arm, he tapped out and lived to fight another day.
We mentioned it many times throughout the match, both Atlantis and Blue Panther can see it only took one lock there. The Fujiwara armbar locked on by Blue Panther, and he retains the MLW National Openweight Championship.
Blue Panther making history. Age is just a number, and he's far from done yet. Blue Panther retained the National Openweight Championship, and who knows how long this storied celebration and title reign can go on.
Dijak, I was disrupting and destroying long after your little rebellion ended. You built towers of ego and smoke. I was deep grease. Skyscrapers full of glass and the open ground. Riddle, you hear a storm that does not care who it takes. For tonight is about titles. Tonight is about more gold. Tonight is about retribution. And in the end, I will be the only one standing. Welcome to the age
MLW was built on my back.
The most famous luchador. Stop it! Well, SHOTZI is here in Major League Wrestling. We're already a little under 4 weeks away from MLW's debut in Charleston, and based on the names already signed to appear, it is going to be an epic, historic night. You can join us live at MLWGO.com or watch worldwide for free on YouTube November 20th. And when you think about historic and epic moments, you think about the career of the legendary Blue Panther, moments off of another successful MLW middleweight title defense. You see Blue Panther is giving guidance to Diego Hill ahead of his matchup tonight. Diego's so honored, so blessed to be able to sit under the learning tree of Blue Panther in the United States as well as Mexico. Diego will need every bit of advice he can get because he enters the high-octane Scramble 5 matchup. Later tonight, Stigma, Magnus, Okumura, Ikuro, Kwon, all going to oppose him. One fall to a finish. It'll be high-octane, unpredictable, and it goes down tonight.
The following fight is the lightning match with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, the ballsy badass, SHOTZI Blackheart.
Well, SHOTZI's always in the Halloween spirit, but even more so now, as she's got free candy for this sold-out crowd, but SHOTZI had a trick played on her at Slaughterhouse, courtesy of the returning Priscilla Kelly.
I was here when the foundation MLW was built on was poor, and I am coming home to burn the whole house down to ashes. And SHOTZI will be my first act of arson.
Priscilla Kelly with some very foreboding words to SHOTZI back at Slaughterhouse. And even though SHOTZI is generally fearless, she is the ballsy badass, she's not letting it bother her on the outside now. You gotta wonder if she's a little bit shook that Priscilla has made her main target of her MLW return. But tonight, it's not about Charleston. It's not about November 20th. It's not about Lucha de los Muertos. SHOTZI set for one-on-one action here in just moments, and she better be on her A-game because she has a young, up-and-coming, highly touted prospect looking to make a name for herself as well.
And her opponent, Brittany Brooks.
SHOTZI, we know since she came in to MLW, she's had her sights set in the featherweight title. Brittany Brooks could fast-track herself there and leapfrog SHOTZI if she gets a victory.
Absolutely, Joe. We've seen a few of these lightning matches so far in MLW, and they're all characterized by quick action, big moves, and really an attempt to win at every second.
And a sunset flip, Brooks take down for 2. Nicely done. Brooks training in Arizona, then moving on to Las Vegas, has traveled the roads, learning her craft, but nice sit down to trap the shoulders. Brittany knows what it's like to come back from injury, suffered a serious ACL tear, and came back to win championships. Of course, SHOTZI coming back from a broken ulna in her arm. Up and over.
Both women have shown the ability to fight through adversity so far in their careers.
SHOTZI does not care about anything that could possibly hold her down. She's been unconventional since day one when she was a kid. She told me she used to hang out with a motorcycle gang.
Excuse me?
She hung out with a motorcycle gang. Members of her family were part of it, so she got to hang out with them too. So nobody messed with her as a kid. Takedown in the cover, hooks the leg. You look distressed, Tom. Well, SHOTZI beat Alejandra Quintanilla at Fury Road. Still processing that, aren't you?
Yeah, that one caught me off guard.
Okay. Come here. Brittany takes a suplex and takes SHOTZI down. Nicely done. Brooks looking for a potentially career-making outing, but SHOTZI out at 1. SHOTZI, somebody who has such ferocity in everything she does, offensively and defensively. Brooks, an adept striker in her own right, calls herself the center of attention, and certainly all eyes are on her now. Biggest fight of her career, but SHOTZI battles back, able to switch directions, duck underneath. Who's the quicker of the two, and stalemate. Credit to both athletes in that particular position.
Yeah, Brooks able to match SHOTZI, hold for hold, strike for strike so far, which I don't think is what a lot of people expected coming in this matchup.
Yeah, Brooks will let SHOTZI know firsthand it's Brittany coming through with a bulldog.
Looks like she's got a snatch on the head there, pushes her off.
Able to get the foot in. This has been a dream of Brittany Brooks to debut with for MLW. And kick right to the temple. SHOTZI on the receiving end. And gets the bulldog takeover. Nicely done. This could be an upset too.
Yeah, I've got to wonder, is SHOTZI looking past Brittany Brooks? Does she find herself in a situation where she's looking ahead to Priscilla Kelly?
Well, and we know watching in the crowd right now is Shoko Nakajima, the MLW Women's Featherweight Champion. She's looking on. This could be a future challenge of hers, no matter who wins this matchup. And you can see she's got a laser focus. She's taking this very, very seriously, because it's either going to be someone who's been pursuing this match for many months, or someone that really wasn't on her radar. Oh, nice clothesline.
Yeah, Nakajima's got to be ready for anything coming her way. She has been so far. And either one of these women will put up a great fight for that title.
And into the suplex, nicely done. And maybe that's SHOTZI sending a message to Priscilla Kelly. The opposition coming up November 20th in Charleston, Lucha de los Muertos. SHOTZI knows she's a target. SHOTZI knows even if she wins, there's going to be another obstacle in her way. But SHOTZI has never shied away from that challenge. And obviously, there is a past with SHOTZI and Priscilla that will perhaps unfold before our eyes next month. And there you see the rolling senton, and even the champion a bit caught off guard as you see that howl, that battle cry of SHOTZI Blackheart, the ballsy badass.
Well, the more momentum that SHOTZI builds up, you've got to wonder if it's in the back of Shoko Nakajima's head that SHOTZI's coming for that title.
Into the cover, keep in mind lightning match rules in this particular situation.
5 minutes have elapsed in the lightning match.
There we go, we're halfway through. And we've seen multiple pinfall attempts from each woman.
Yeah. Both athletes have gone at a very rapid pace as you need to. But Brittany was able to upend the balance of SHOTZI, trying to climb the ropes, and SHOTZI finds herself in a bad way, charging through. Nicely done.
Yeah, Brittany's got to pour the offense on now.
That's called the Brit's knee. Get it?
Thank you.
And SHOTZI's down. Brittany Brooks into the cover, hooks the leg. Could be an upset, no. But in all seriousness, Brittany gets this victory, and the featherweight division gets turned upside down. We could have Brittany Brooks versus Shoko Nakajima. SHOTZI could be completely out of the contenders rankings, dealing with Priscilla Kelly problem now. There's so many moving parts going on with the featherweights, but it's SHOTZI in motion now with a pump knee. Look at elevate Brittany. Oh, what a DDT. Nakajima, that could be in your future if you're not careful, and it does not work tonight. All right, there's 4 minutes left of this fight. You know this is a must-win, or your money and your rankings are affected. How does your mindset change?
I think now at this point, you've got to go for a pinfall. If the opponent kicks out, then you string together quick offense and go right back to the pinfall. No holds. Even this tactic, climbing up to the top, this is taking away precious seconds that Brittany Brooks could use. That's not going to pay off anyways, because SHOTZI is on the hunt.
Yeah, it turns out Brittany didn't have those seconds regardless, as SHOTZI now fires shots to the spine. And Brittany unknowingly set herself in a very, very unfavorable predicament, superplex. And Nakajima again.
Now SHOTZI going up top.
As the time continues to tick down.
180 seconds left.
Yeah, we need a Hail Mary. SHOTZI soars with a senton. Almost shades of our champion, and SHOTZI does it.
Here is your winner, SHOTZI Blackheart.
A longing look by Nakajima, realizing this may be in my future as featherweight champion.
You said SHOTZI needed a Hail Mary, and she took one there, a huge senton off the top.
Whether it's the championship of Shoko Nakajima, whether it's the impending threats of Priscilla Kelly, November 20th, SHOTZI doesn't mind standing out in the crowd, doesn't mind being the center of attention, and if you want a piece of her, just bring it, because SHOTZI is here to stay in the MLW featherweight division. Big win. SHOTZI Blackheart, her best days are ahead of her in the Major League. November 20th, what happens when SHOTZI and Priscilla Kelly go face to face for the first time in an MLW ring?
Did you see that? That's another win for the ballsy badass. I'm taking over.
Hey, what the hell? Who is that? Somebody put the boost to SHOTZI. She just wrestled. Some mystery assailant and a mask and a cloak just laid out SHOTZI. SHOTZI's hurt. What's going on?
Talkin' Shop interrupts this broadcast with a special message.
You get us?
Yeah.
Did you get me?
Yes.
What kind of cameraman? Give me that.
All right.
Look at this. You know what? Let's do this ourselves. It's what we do. We've been all over the world as it is. You know, we spoke to Don Gato. The Lucha Libre Election. And I think it's finally official. The Good Brothers, after all these years, are coming to MLW. We have held tag team gold on every continent, every major company, 8-time world tag team champions, the Skyscrapers. Two big men we're very familiar with. Bishop Dyer, Donovan Dijak, Skyscrapers or not, we have the power of the tequila of the gato running through our veins. And it's gonna be the recipe. It's a magic killer. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then just too sweet. And then a couple of shots, not for Carl because he's sober, but for Don Gato and me.
Well, Well, certainly doesn't surprise me. The Gallows and Anderson have been brothering around in the course of their history with the great legendary Don Gato. What's the party atmosphere going to be like when all three are in the same building November 20th in Charleston? And what's next for C.W. Anderson? Back at Slaughterhouse, he was one of the participants challenging the MLW World title in the Chamber of Horrors. But it was C.W. that found himself strapped to the electric chair, and MLW World Champion Mads Krugger pulled the fatal lever, and this left CW's cousin Brock Anderson none too pleased.
And C-Dub, man. Me and C-Dub. All those matches, all those lessons. That man has made more sacrifices for me than anybody I know. And I'm scared at Slaughterhouse, he may have made the ultimate sacrifice. You know, there's a lot of ways in this world for a man to deserve to get his head caved in, and 1-1 on that draft board was dicking around with the Andersons. You think you accomplished something, Krule? Think you solidified yourself in that goofy Halloween match, whatever that was? All you did was light a fire, Jack. The moment you took it upon yourself to strap C-Dub, my family, my blood, in that electric chair, you signed your own bounty, pal. You walk around here, you gallivant around here like some big bad creature from another dimension. All you are is a swolled up goof hiding behind a mask. You want to prove that you're the unbeatable monstrosity you are? Put your money where your mouth is. Now I'll be the first one to tell you I ain't done anything in this company to deserve a world title shot. But in light of recent events, I ain't asking anymore, I'm demanding. Now, we did it your way in Los Angeles. November, Charleston, South Carolina, we're gonna do it my way. We're gonna do it our way. We're gonna do it the Anderson way in a bunkhouse match. Thick of Anderson country, brother, South Carolina. I'll see your ass there.
Brock Anderson has just challenged the world champion to a match, but will he accept?
The following fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is a Scramble 5. Introducing first from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 88 kilos, Magnus.
Well, the imports of Monster Predatores continues. Magnus, formerly one half of the MLW World Tag Team Champions, but certainly, if not morally, certainly physically as well, in the corner of Volador Jr. in regards to his spot in the Opera Cup semifinals still to go.
His opponent, originally from Osaka, Japan, now residing in Mexico City, weighing in at 238 pounds, Shigeo Okumura.
Okumura, somebody always by Kojima's side, and you know he's giving him moral support.
Their opponent from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in 185 pounds, Dive Bomb, Diego Hill.
Diego's been spending time training with our current Openweight champion, Blue Panther, down in Mexico, living a dream come true when Diego Hill's life path nearly took him down a much more desolate road. We'll talk about it.
Their opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 80 kilos, Stigma.
Well, a 15-year pro, third generation. First time we've seen Stigma in an MLW ring with a man who's held the CML World Lightweight title before, and I feel like a Scramble 5 match will be right up his alley.
And their opponent, representing Contra Unit, weighing in at 190 pounds, the Lucha Hunter, Ikuro Kwon.
Well, Kwon already has a collection of sacred masks that he's taken from many others. One of them includes the legendary Mistico, but Kwon has a lot of potential victims tonight in the Scramble 5, in and out of the Lucha Libre scene.
I'm sure he'd love at home with another mask or two, but he's also going to contend with the veteran Okumura, the spectacular rookie Diego Hill.
One fall matchup, and Hill gets the first shot. And this will be high-octane offensive minded. One fall to a finish. Scramble 5 matchup. Don't look for tags. Don't look for a lot of holes. Look for intensity and rapid-fire offense. Diego Hill on the receiving end. Magnus tried to trip him up, but Hill defying gravity. Diego, his story is incredible because about 6 years ago, Diego's life was going the wrong direction. He was listening to the wrong people, taking bad advice from people he thought were his friends, and almost found himself behind bars. But during his court date, he reunited with his long-lost brother, who he learned was pursuing pro wrestling. To Diego, that was the open door to chase another dream, and his entire life changed, and he never looked back since. And it's so cool to see Diego among gods, among icons, learning from the best, realized he's come back from the lowest of lows to experience nights like this. But right now it's Okumura looking to battle back after losing in the opening round of the Opera Cup to Paul London. With Stigma on the overhead exploder throw, Okumura doesn't get the press he deserves because Kojima dominates so many headlines, but Okumura is as good as anybody here.
A fantastic competitor in his own right, a former multiple-time MLW World Tag Team Champion. And Joe, it's so interesting to me to see how this match plays out the longer it goes, and what style is going to be the one that comes out and prevails at the end of the match. Is it going to be the lucha stylings?
Oh, nice double underhook backbreaker. You want to talk about family? Magnus is the cousin of Mistico, but no love lost there, Diego. Incredible hang time with a flying forearm. And there's a little bit of an homage to some of his heroes, to his Puerto Rican heritage. Go, Diego, go! He soars to the outside.
But back in the ring, a beautiful kick by Kwon.
Ikuro Kwon sees red anytime he sees a luchador. After his run-ins with Don Gato, after the back Templario beat him for the vacant middleweight title, and Ikuro Kwon's knee may have been torn to shreds from Stigma. Okumura turned his back too soon.
I'm not sure Kwon's gonna have any more L in that ACL.
You don't have a moment to breathe in matches like this. Magnus and Stigma now.
No, Okumura in front of us trying to breathe.
Magnus looking to build momentum for Los Depredadores. Rugido not successful earlier. Here's Magnus.
We're playing to the crowd in a match like this. You gotta be careful.
Oh, the power ladder. Diego Hill continues to impress and gets better and better. Cozy cutter by Okumura. Shuts him down temporarily. Sunset flip. Oh, right between the eyes. And check out that strike combo. Kwon, a trained mercenary to destroy.
Beautiful pinpoint accuracy on these strikes, every single one landing.
Oh, my lord. Vaulting Diego Hill. Into Stigma, there's Magnus. Who's gonna get the leverage? Stigma lands at his feet. Double boot. My God, what a fight. What a Scramble 5.
The crowd loving it as well. I'm sure these 5 men are not loving it. High pressure stakes here.
One fall match, this middleweight showcase, Scramble 5. One of these men could be in the mix against the new champion, Templario. And we know all of them have their own motivation to get there.
Oh, look at Stigma. Beautiful spinning head scissors.
And he's not done yet. Soaring to the outside, Tope Suicida.
We got action back in the ring. Kwon and Okumura.
Okumura taking down Diego Hill.
It looks like they're forming some strange alliance here.
This young man's got so much momentum, but could be shut down with a double team. And again, the strange alliances that come in these multi-man battles.
Sling blade into a neck breaker, then followed up with a giant Baba-esque neck breaker drop by Okumura.
Kwon and Okumura working together, looking like a good team here, at least in the moment. But Diego Hill outquickens them. Incredible leap into the cutter. Oh, this kid.
He's lining Kwon up.
If he's not MLW Rookie of the Year, I don't know who is. Corkscrew on Kwon. Unbelievable.
Here is your winner, Dive Bomb, Diego Hill.
It was a hell of a dive from Dive Bomb, who continues living what was once an impossible dream. But with every outing, Diego Hill gets better and better.
Listen to the crowd. It sounds like a bomb went off in this place as they love what they saw out of Diego Hill.
I'll tell you what, Tom, we've seen so much rising talent come to MLW through the years.
I love what I've seen out of Diego Hill.
Blue Panther, the MLW National Openweight Champion, showing love to his protege. Diego spent time in Mexico with him, learning from one of the absolute best in Lucha Libre history. To me, Diego, as rapid a rising star as anybody we've seen in the history of MLW.
Yeah, it looks like Blue Panther thinks the same thing.
Yeah.
Cosign.
Diego has earned that respect the old-fashioned way. He has fought from the bottom. And now with the lights on bright, everyone realizing Diego Hill is a big-time player, and he's only getting better. The 2025 Opera Cup has been perhaps the most competitive in the tournament's history. Let's take a look at the quarterfinal round. One half of the current MLW World Tag Team Champions, Bishop Dyer, squared off with MLW founding father in Satoshi Kojima. It was a back-and-forth match of equals. Dyer came within a fraction of a second of putting Kojima away before the Lariato toppled the Skyscraper. The leg! Kojima's pulling it off! Star Jr. entered the quarterfinals full of ambition as an alternate, but was opposed by the leader of Los Depredadores, Volador Jr. It was a 3-on-1 affair as Rugido and Magnus became involved in the conclusion, making it very clear anyone who opposes Volador Jr. in the bracketing will have to face a 3-on-1 disadvantage. It was honor versus toxicity as Paul London opposed Austin Aries. Even Paul London's must-win attitude was not enough to overcome the king of controversy. It's clear Aries has not lost a step, and an Opera Cup win would be an amazing way to cap off his comeback. And it was a battle of former MLW Openweight champion versus former MLW Middleweight champion as Lucha Legends collided. Ultimo Guerrero has had an all-time run this year in Major League Wrestling, but even he was not enough for La Mistica and the defending Opera Cup champion, Mistico. But as El Rey de Plata y Oro celebrated his victory and looked ahead to potentially being the only back-to-back Opera Cup winner of this era, Austin Aries struck. A statement made with a vicious brainbuster and potentially a sign of what's to come. Tonight, the Opera Cup continues to the semifinals. Austin Aries looks to finish what he started as he goes one-on-one with Mistico. Is this Aries' path to immortality, or can Mistico make history once again? And it's Volador Jr. to go one-on-one with Satoshi Kojima. Kojima has elevated every MLW championship he's ever held, but the Opera Cup is the one accolade that has eluded him. Volador Jr. will have Los Depredadores no doubt close by. Will the 3-on-1 odds topple MLW's founding father? We will find out. Opera Cup semifinals tonight at MLW Symphony of Horrors. We are moments away from perhaps the most unlikely tag team in MLW history. Matt Riddle and Mads Krule as partners, they take on the World Tag Team Champion Skyscrapers, and it's next.
MLW was built on my back.
The most famous luchador. Stop it! Well, SHOTZI is here in Major League Wrestling. Earlier tonight, the ballsy badass SHOTZI Blackheart picked up a big win in the featherweight division, only to be attacked coming back to the curtain by this unknown individual shrouded in mystery. And that's not the only perplexing thing, because Don Gatto's brass knuckles have gone missing. More questions than answers here, to be sure. But we'll keep you posted as we find out any new information.
Priscilla! Where are you? I know you're in here! Come on! You chicken! I'm not waiting until Charleston. I want you now! I'm gonna find you, Priscilla, and you're dead! Come on, Priscilla! I'm gonna get you!
Well, it appears to be Hammerstone.
Well, yeah, but that's not scheduled. Hammerstone is not on the card tonight at Symphony of Horrors, if you haven't noticed.
Well, actually, Joe, looks like he's coming right here.
Hammerstone, all due respect, this isn't scheduled. Why are you out here?
You know, Joe, have you looked in the mirror lately? What the hell gives you the confidence to ask me a question like that?
I'm just wondering. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you this. This match has Matt Riddle, who low-blowed me. This match has Krugger, who has the World Championship. I think I have plenty to be interested in sitting here ringside. And maybe that's the last stupid question you ask me while I'm out here.
All right. You're welcome to sit here. Please, Hammerstone joining us as we get set for the MLW World Tag Team titles as we send it to the ring in Rich Palladino.
The following fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is for the MLW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers. First from Contra Unit, standing 7 feet tall. He is the current MLW World Heavyweight Champion, the Black Hand of Contra,
We saw Krugger survive the Chamber of Horrors back at Slaughterhouse, even when the entire rest of the matchup ganged up on him, and the question remains, who or what can possibly stop the Black Hand of Contra?
I thought you said you were done with the stupid questions, Joe.
I wasn't addressing you, sir.
Maybe you look to your left if you want to know what can stop this big dumb idiot right here.
Very well could. One of the greatest MLW champions of all time is Hammerstone.
His tag team partner from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 216 pounds, the rude dude, Matt Riddle.
Tom, if I could think of one word to describe how the championship picture has been in MLW in the past couple of months, it's volatile, and that's one example why.
You're not going to get a chance.
Dyer, Donovan Dijak from behind.
Oh, Krule's out there. Krugger went and met him.
We knew it wouldn't be a classic technical wrestling match. It's going to be a fight. These men are trying to rip each other apart for many, many weeks.
Hey, you know, I'm having a good time out here, Joe. This match just got pretty interesting.
Well, it's very interesting. Technically, Krugger and Riddle are tag team partners. Tom, how the hell's that going to work?
I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, Krule went out there and effectively saved Riddle from the beating at the hands of the Skyscrapers, but he sure wasn't there to save Matt Riddle.
Dijak into the crowd. Dijak blames Krugger for why Dijak's not world champion, and Krugger locked eyes with Hammerstone out here.
Well, now Riddle's sent into the crowd by Dyer.
Oh, the Skyscrapers doing some dirty deeds. St. Laurent still on the shelf after the assault from Contra.
How big is that shelf?
I say the Skyscrapers are giving these guys exactly what they deserve. This is an example of reaping what you sow.
So you like the Skyscraper style then?
They're all getting what they deserve, Hammer. Let's be real.
Jeez! My God, Dijak right at their feet. It is absolute chaos. Nobody's safe out here.
Did you expect anything else?
Hell
This
no, I
has to be
didn't.
exactly what Cesar Duran wanted.
These men may destroy each other, and it could be easy pickings for Hammerstone or whoever. What's next? Oh, my Lord!
You can hear the chair rattle off the spine of Dijak.
You know, I don't mind seeing these men get softened up, but this is a little bit more violent than I was expecting.
Oh! Well, it seems now that Krugger's on the upper hand. The tone changes, but Hammerstone, it seems like respectfully, you've been overcome by a hatred for that which you once loved. You look in the eyes of the devil, MJF, and you liked what you saw, and you took his advice. Is this the right path for you?
Listen, the right path for me is me worrying about myself, is me realizing who I am, is me realizing that you have 4 incredible athletes right here, and none of them can even touch me, Joe. I stand above all these men. So yeah, that is the right path for me, because my path is on a different freaking level.
I understand, sir. And Tom, the bell just rang to start the match.
The bell just rang, but Hammerstone, you say none of these guys are on your level.
Tom, these guys are partners, and they're toes to nose. They hate one another, make no mistake about it. Riddle trying to, oh God, Krugger trying to end Riddle's career, and vice versa. Oh my God. Using his partner as a weapon, pinning Dyer.
You know, count. It took all 3 of his brain cells to come up with that maneuver.
You can see that Krugger is bleeding once again, that cut that was opened up at Slaughterhouse, not just with the Chamber of Horrors, but all those backstage brawls that Krugger was involved in as well. And
Riddle's drawn with Hammerstone.
Yeah, he has some misplaced confidence if I've ever seen it.
Riddle hit Hammerstone below the belt to steal a victory. That's the only way I can call it. And wait a minute.
He walked away the victor. He walked away the winner.
Down here? Why did you come down here? No, I walked away the winner, Tom, because I beat him in a way that nobody has beat him in months.
Riddle lands on his feet and hits the knee on the outside. Dyer and Krugger are fighting. And I certainly never expected to. Oh, wait a minute. No,
you got something to say.
Let's not turn this into something.
Hey, not here.
Hey, come on, guys, no. And that's a disqualification. Oh, you knew Hammer wasn't out here just to spectate. Hammer is overcome with rage. And Riddle is a completely different person than he was a couple of months ago, too. He's gone off the deep end. The volatility of the world title picture has sent everyone over the edge.
Not here.
Riddle's got a chair in the ring. Krugger with both Skyscrapers assaulting him. This is absolutely nuts. The champion through the table.
Oh, but it's not up.
What the hell? Hammer and Riddle are ripping each other apart. And Krugger just rose from the dead. Like your favorite monster movie. This man won't die. This atrocity lives to fight. And we have more security. What is that? Nearly 7 feet of fury.
The champ takes flight. We got chaos here, Joe.
And all centers, the championship scene, all centers, who's cost who what? This is the most combustible time I can remember for MLW's world title scene. And it may take every member of the LAPD to keep them apart. This may not stop till careers are ended. wants to be the man in MLW. Everybody wants to be the alpha. And there's no shortage of what the hell they'll do to everybody else to get there.
Daddy, my PA, my PA.
Can't tell anybody.
Did you hear what happened to me?
You're injured. You want some Mexican medicine?
Oh, okay. I'm coming to Charleston, and Priscilla Kelly better be ready to fight. I'm taking the bottle.
Hey, Shoshi! Shoshi!
It was an incredible moment earlier this afternoon as Court Bauer, Cesar Duran, and other MLW executives were on hand to present the legendary Satoshi Kojima with a Founding Father Award, recognizing him for his contributions in building Major League Wrestling over the past 20-plus years. I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of an honor like this than the timeless Satoshi Kojima. Kojima's the most decorated athlete in MLW history, but thus far the Opera Cup has eluded him. Will Volador Jr. stand in his way? You have to believe the rest of Los Depredadores will be nearby when Volador battles Kojima tonight.
The following fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is for the MLW World Middleweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 80 kilos, Virus.
You know, we talk about maestros, we talk about respected teachers in Lucha Libre culture, and there is a very impressive list of those that fit that mark, but I don't think Virus gets talked about as much as he should. A 37-year pro and one of the predominant trainers down at CMLL. He has helped cultivate so many talent for future generations that we've seen, certainly here in MLW and down in Arena, Mexico as well.
A skilled technician. Is tonight going to be the night that he breaks out for being underestimated? He's got a tall task ahead of him, that's for sure.
And his opponent from Calpulapan, Mexico, weighing in at 98 kilos, he is the current reigning and defending MLW World Middleweight Champion, the Lion Warrior, Templario.
Well, they say the one man who can pull the sword from the stone has the divine right to rule the kingdom. And Templario had been on a crusade to prove that for many, many months after he became the first man to defeat Mistico in Major League Wrestling. But now, overcoming Ikuro Kwon, the Lucha Hunter, and reigning as champion, Templario stands tall, realizing his destiny. Of course, you see the prize, the MLW World Middleweight Championship. That's been defended so proudly.
That title contested up to 205-pound weight limit. Templario up at the top of that.
Templario has already defended in Arena Mexico, CMLL Sábados de Coliseo, when he defeated Volador Jr. back on September 27. Now, Virus, the first official defense in the United States, as you see Templario staying low to the ground, staying away from the grip of Virus as best he can, as both athletes jock for position.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to do, as Virus, a very skilled mat technician.
But notice the stance, the wide base, and how low Templario is getting, and that turned out to cost him at that point as Virus able to reverse the pressure.
Yeah, well, he's trying to meet his stature and go down to his level, and it's not going to pay off. You're fighting a man where he's at his best. It's paying off for Virus.
And I think you made a great point, Tom, in that on the mat this will favor Virus, and that seems to be where Virus wants to take it. But Templario looking to quicken that pace. Slide through, nicely done, and the takedown as the left knee of Templario temporarily taken out against him. Of course, we talked about Volador Jr., still to come later tonight in the Opera Cup semifinals. We'll see what's next for Templario at this particular point in time, as the fans are getting more and more familiar with him. Certainly they can see the greatness that comes to him. Fashions himself after one of the Knights of the Templar, back a Crusades era soldier, certainly fighting for a bigger cause, but
Virus with a great gut wrench roll through with a bridge. Got a 2 count, but Templario able to kick out, keep this match going. We'll see they're going back to a lockup here.
Temlario's also spent time in the United Empire, New Japan Pro Wrestling, takes a takedown. Headstand, and
this is what Templario needs to do to win this match. He needs to use his physical gifts against Virus.
2 count only. Virus been a CMLL star since 1992. Many accolades to his resume, including winning the 2007 Reyes del Aire. And into a
La Magistral cradle.
La Magistral cradle, very nicely done.
I believe that's German for the cradle.
Okay.
The magic cradle.
We're going to go with that until we can look it up later. Someone on social media will correct you if need be. But Virus builds up the momentum. Templario the headstand to counter. Nice leg sweep.
Lateral press.
Nice agility. And this place explodes.
A nice quick break-dancing backspin back up to his feet.
And you know, Tom, we talked already in this broadcast about the depth of the middleweight division. 5 very verifiable contenders earlier on in that scramble. You know they got their eyes on this matchup. And you know Templario has to have his head in a swivel, wondering who may be next if he's successful against Virus. And right now he's doing well. Nicely done as Templario leads with the head on the tope suicida.
Yeah, and earlier tonight you mentioned, Joe, we saw Diego Hill walk away out of that Scramble 5 match as the victor, but any of the competitors in that could be challenging Templario for that title.
No question. Well, you know, Ikuro Kwon probably believes he has unfinished business with not just Templario, but Dangato, who got involved in his middleweight title matchup, and really anybody with a mask is a target. But to me, seeing the greatness of Lucha Libre CMLL is one of the things that makes MLW so incredible. Plancha on a near fall.
You see the best fighters from all of the best fighting styles on the planet. Of course, Lucha Libre, one of them. And he stars with CMLL, the best at it in the entire world.
Virus able to quicken the pace, down with a low drop kick, hooks both legs, Templario out. You know, it was many, many months Templario worked to get that championship match. It was really the beginning of 2025. He got that pinfall over Mistico, non-title in the tag match when Mistico was middleweight champion, and had to work his way to that title shot after Mistico had to surrender it. But Virus on top using his body weight.
The best things in life don't come free, Joe.
I mean, Tom, you can speak to this. I mean, you had to go through the arduous battle riot to get to your first MLW World title. You've been on those long roads. You know how much more it means to you to keep it after you get there. Oh, Vivus through the ropes. And shot Templario past that covering on the unprotected floor.
Yeah, Varus putting himself at risk, but it was able to pay off there.
Will Virus be the next middleweight champion? We have seen more and more CMLL talent, legends even, with MLW Gold. The Openweight title from Ultimo Guerrero to Blue Panther. Los Depredadores, former tag team champions. Mistico last year winning the Opera Cup.
Yeah, and you've got to think that fires up the CMLL roster. Anytime a member of CMLL gets to fight here in MLW, they're looking to make a mark.
Yeah.
You see the other members on your team walking around with titles, you want to be the champion too.
Oh, check out the power. Virus got caught.
As sturdy as that stone he pulled the sword out of earlier.
Ah, nicely done, but Virus turns things around. Oh, what a great snap on the power slam. Will that be enough? No. And Tom, to your point, it works the same in reverse because there are MLW athletes going down to Arena Mexico and looking to prove the same thing to a new audience down there. This relationship between these two companies has brought out the best in both. As we see the wheelbarrow suplex, Templario on top, but Virus kicks out. And these fans are jacked. I think for the longest time, fans weren't sure what to make of Templario, especially after he targeted Mistico, but he has won over their respect in such a huge way in a month since.
He was a fantastic competitor. You know, the fans have obviously taken a liking to him based off of his skills.
Great adjustment, and oh, you can see the sweat fly off the chest of Templario.
And now we're going to see Varus fly. Well, he's going to hold him.
Use it for leverage. And took him down with that Malaban Casadora, and Nick got a near fall out of it.
Yeah, I thought he was going for the mask, but might have just been a diversionary tactic.
And Virus, maybe looking to elevate Templario.
Oh, he's got him up. Oh!
Jeez! Call it whatever you want, it's gonna be a no!
Oh, I thought he was gonna hook him for a submission, but
yeah,
dropped him on his head with the Kudo driver.
Yeah, looked like an inverted gory special of sorts, but Kudo driver, vertebreaker, called a number of things, but very nearly the end of the middleweight title reign for Templario.
And even though he kicked out of that, I mean, how much more is he going to have left?
Well, Templario's got the counters of the suplex, and now it's Virus. Say out gourd buster.
Guess he answered that question pretty quickly.
But will it be enough? No. Well, Virus realizes that these middleweight championship matches don't come along every week, especially now that there's two rosters competing. Oh man, what a mirror adjustment! Templario explodes! And look at power bomb across the knees, yeah! Templario's beat so many, and Virus is out of the last with that move.
Here's your winner, and still MLW World Middleweight Champion, the Lion Warrior, Templario.
Well, Templario had a tough test every step of the way. One of the true masters of the craft of Lucha Libre. But Templario, who worked all year to get to this pinnacle, is able to hang on to it another day and perhaps quite a bit into the future. Oh, great souvenirs for that youngster who will never forget this day. They saw Templario up close and in person and made a moment they'll never forget, and there'll be plenty more He's the MLW World Middleweight Champion. Templario's crusade to be at the top of the middleweight division continues with a victory.
Cesar, I'm only gonna say this once. November 20th in Charleston, make it right. Or I'm putting my hands around your neck, just like I'm gonna do to Delgado. Punching me, trying to disrespect me, get involved in my purpose? Hell no. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch with Templario for the middleweight title. I had that match won, and you decided to get involved. Why? Because you don't think that I am who I am. I'm the Concrete Dragon. And from now on, these and the power stays with me.
Kwon is holding Don Gato's Nux for ransom for a rematch. This is outrageous.
The following is a 2025 Opera Cup semi-final match set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Magnus and Rugido. From Monclova, Coahuila, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, the Sky Hunter, Volador Jr.
Well, the key to Volador Jr.'s success, and I don't agree with desecrating the Opera Cup like that at all.
Neither do I.
It'd be one thing if you won the thing, but that is not yours to adorn the way you choose.
Shouldn't even be touching it.
I agree completely, but that's right up the alley of what Los Depredadores have done. It's win by any means necessary, stealing the Mask of Titan in the opening round, and the strength in numbers that got Volador through alternate Star Jr. in the quarterfinals. It has not been a successful night for the rest of Depredadores. The pressure is on the leader to look to punch his way into the finals, which will go down at Lucha de los Muertos, November 20th, live across the world from Charleston, South Carolina.
And his opponent from Kotoku, Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 238 pounds, Satoshi Kojima.
Well, Kojima is the first person to oppose Volador Jr. in the Opera Cup that's not coming out here alone. His former World Tag Team Championship partner, Shigeo Okumura, in tow, and you gotta wonder if that will give pause to the rest of Los Depredadores before they decide to make a move.
It's gonna make them at least think twice. Okumura, of course, a veteran CMLL, knows exactly the situation that Kojima is getting into here.
And you can see the respect to Kojima from these fans, from his peers, anytime he walks down the hallway, enters a building. Volador Jr., Los Depredadores have no such respect for anyone outside of their circle. Magnus felt the wrath of Okumura earlier in the Scramble 5. And Okumura looks like he's ready to fight some more.
Well, this ref needs to get this under control. He needs to get the competitors in the ring, get all this. What did we just fist bump these guys? What's going on here? Get the seconds out, get the competitors in. This is the Opera Cup. We want to see who the best man is.
I'm with you. Easier said than done. Kojima finding a way through Bobby Fish and Bishop Dyer to be here. Kojima, multiple-time world tag team champion. Opera Cup is maybe the most prestigious championship in wrestling that Kojima has contested for and not won.
Of course, this tournament only held once a year. You get one shot to win it. Kojima wants to make sure that he takes home that Opera Cup trophy back to Japan.
Can you imagine what Kojima will do? Can you imagine the Opera Cup overflowing with baguettes and biscuits and bread? Just like at the commentary table a month or two ago.
I could. That's actually what I'm hoping for. Kojima is my favorite to win it when I look at the field.
It's hard to bet against Kojima.
He's the biggest man left. Larger than Volador Jr., larger than Mistico, larger than Austin Aries. And he's the most powerful as well.
That's all true. But Volador has a different power. That's strength in numbers, but Kojima showing off that pec definition, showing off the upper body power.
It's very rare when you think about it, Joe, that a guy like Volador Jr.
Oh, no, damn it! Wasted no time, as shameless and blatant as ever.
Okumura, what are you doing? Get over there and help him out.
Well, Okumura is trying to alert the referee, maybe get a disqualification or get him kicked out. Okumura is trying, but he's outnumbered over there as well if he makes his way over. And they're still assaulting him. This is just flagrant.
Kojima does not deserve this.
Of course not. No one does. It's 3-on-1. And Volador's trying to steal it. And thank God Kojima kicks out. If that's what knocked Kojima out of the Opera Cup, I don't think the Opera Cup or any of us would ever be able to live that down. But Volador does not respect the 140-year history. He doesn't respect what the Stu Harts of the world did to build this, the George Hackenschmidt and the Tom Lawlers and the Mistico.
I can't tell you how many times I've been in that ring and I've been willing to take a shortcut, willing to cheat to get ahead, but not one time. I respect that Opera Cup so much.
No.
Ow! Did I do something like that to try to get ahead in the Opera Cup? This is disgusting.
Absolutely repulsive. And this referee's being played like a damn fiddle by Volador Jr.
Clearly below the breadbasket.
Okumura's incensed. He's saying, referee, listen to me. And the referee's only, I think, telling Okumura, get back to your own corner.
I mean, the referee clearly sees him.
There's a cover. And, oh, thank God Kojima kicks out again.
The ref clearly sees him laying on the ground, holding his nether regions. How does he think that happened?
Well, it doesn't matter what he thinks. It's not about a hypothesis. If he didn't see it, he can't call it. And the reason he didn't see it is because Volador Jr. is manipulating this whole situation. Oh, not again. Get your hand off the referee. Oh, come on. How many more times you gonna do this?
Oh, and now he's.
Oh, Kojima.
Turn around.
Someone like Kojima. Now come. That's a slap at Kojima's face. A kick out again. They try to beat a legend with 1 foot on the chest.
Worse than a slap to his face. I don't know if you can read it all, Joe, but Volador's shirt there says the King of Chill. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's chilling right now as he is in full control of this fight against Kojima.
Well, I'm glad he's relaxed, but there is still a fighting spirit in Kojima that Volador better be ready for. And here it comes! Rapid fire!
Kojima!
Yeah!
Chop him, chop him, chop him, get him!
Don't ever stop! Kojima has waited for that opening for quite a long time. In with a forearm. And this is the Kojima we were looking for. The Kojima that could be an Opera Cup finalist.
But Volador Jr. was looking forward as well. You can see he rolls to the other corner. Somebody in those Perdedores has done their homework.
A cozy counter! Drops him! This could do it! Hook of the leg! Volador kicks out.
No, he didn't. The Perdedores pulled the ref.
Oh no! Well,
Magnus and Rugido pulled the referee.
It may not matter anyway, says Satoshi Kojima. Valianto! It's what put down Dyer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We need another referee.
Okumura, go get the ref. Wake him up. Get another referee. Do something.
Now, Okumura is just outmatched out here. Kojima's got the match won, damn it. Here we go. And Kojima moves on. How close can you get? Kojima, a victim of circumstance. And these fans are blaming the ref, but I swear to you, he's doing his best.
Again, just pay attention to the match, ref.
I'll throw him out. Do something, even if it's wrong. Wait a minute, Magnus! Oh no. Kojima landed hard. He may have hit his head. And Volador, a sick, sadistic cheap shot on a man we respect and revere. Volador has no conscience.
Your winner, advancing to the finals of the 2025 Opera Cup Tournament, Volador Jr.
Volador Jr. has pinned the MLW legend, most decorated champion you've ever seen, Satoshi Kojima, but there's dozens of asterisks that should go with that.
Deplorable, Joe. Deplorable actions by Volador Jr. This should be Los Deplorables, not Los Depredadores.
Okumura is beside himself.
He should be.
I'm not sure Kojima even fully realizes what's happened, but Volador has gotten to the Opera Cup finals by doing everything the Opera Cup has stood against. And we'll find out in a matter of minutes who Volador Jr. will meet in the finals. November 20th, Lucha de los Muertos. Volador Jr. could be the man taking the Opera Cup back to Mexico. Volador Jr. with the trophy he's already desecrated, but Volador Jr. is only one win away from making that a reality and leaving his mark, his image, his visage on the Opera Cup permanently. Another brawl has broken out. That's the Skyscrapers. They're on top of Mount Krugger. We have not been able to keep these two entities apart for months. Krugger bleeding once again as these two behemoths rain down with violence. And every body we have is getting between these men. But it won't be over until Dijak has that world title. Oh my God, it's Brock Anderson. CW got put in that electric chair by Krugger, and Cousin Brock's looking for revenge. And we have another problem.
Bro, what? You want him?
I think that's self-explanatory.
Okay, I'll give him to you on a Banghouse match in Charleston. You have it.
Brock and Krugger for the world title, November 20th in Charleston.
Experience Major League Wrestling Live, Charleston, South Carolina.
I'm not the Priscilla Kelly you were.
Dallas.
We rise, they crumble.
Chicago. Major League Wrestling Live. Up close and personal, where the action never stops and the intensity never fades. Don't miss your chance. Get your tickets now.
Recently here in Major League Wrestling, we have been charting the escalating frustration of one Paul
Paul London. Well, after his Opera Cup quarterfinal round loss to Austin Aries at Slaughterhouse, things reached a boiling point with Paul London and his friend Paul Walter Hauser. Our cameras captured the Pauls trying to work through their differences.
Okay, but you asked, so you get to be emotional, but I don't. That's kind of fucking mad. I know, but I'm saying I came here to try to be supportive. I didn't do anything in the match, and you're freaking out on me, and then you're mad that I have emotions. I understand how the reason yeah, but for the record, you don't seem that happy. It's fine. You seem very emotional. Go film some. You seem a little fucking emotional. And you got fucking I can't hear you. No shit. Suck it.
Señoras y señores, llegamos a la batalla superestelar. Ya Volador Junior sigue avanzando. Ahora vamos a la siguiente semifinal de la Opera Cup. Un hombre que acaba de humillar al rey de plata y oro místico, Austin Aries.
Well, Dangato is ringside, taking his rightful throne because all of the important players want to be a part of the final Opera Cup semi-final round matchup. And the way we've seen the re-emergence of Austin Aries after 6 years dormant to come back to beat Rugido, to beat Paul London. Austin's on a tear. Oh, he's on a bigger tear on the microphone, too.
Here we go. Once again.
Don't disrespect a legend
Before I make
like
you.
Julio Cesar Rivera.
I thought he quit getting paid to talk.
He didn't care.
Oh, you're starting to figure out why I'm here, aren't you, huh? You're starting to figure out why Austin Aries is here. You see, this whole system only works if you're sick, you're stupid, and you're sad. And as I look around here tonight, it looks like the system's working pretty well. Because if you people were happy, healthy, and wise, you wouldn't need any of them. You wouldn't need the pills. You wouldn't need the politicians. And you wouldn't need this here circus. But you love the circus, don't you? Which is why you love Mistico. The mask, the flips, the illusion. Yeah. That's all he is, an illusion. To entertain you while the truth passes right by your face. That's why you hate me. I'm not here to distract you. I'm here to wake you up, but you'd rather stay asleep. Hey, I got all night. Listen, you can boo me, you can call me names, you can spread lies about me, but I'm not going anywhere until I say so. And to make sure that happens, I'm going to be Mistico. I'm going to win the Opera Cup, and I will do anything it takes to make sure that happens. But just remember, I'm doing it for all of you, so I can keep spitting these uncomfortable truths that you don't want to hear. So Mistico, get your ass out here.
Señoras y señores, después de oír todo esto, todo este sermón, recibamos con el grito de México al rey de plata y oro, Mistico.
Austin Aries staring down, intimidating him.
Aquí está la máxima estrella de la lucha libre mexicana,
house. Aries jumped Mistico from behind, hit that brainbuster, and there have been heavy rumors ever since that Mistico is coming into this matchup with a seriously injured neck. And you gotta believe in just these few weeks, it has not had proper time to fully heal.
Well, Mistico has been on a tear all year, but that wear and tear is starting to show its signs.
Yeah. Mistico's had perhaps the busiest year of his career. He has not had a day off while he's been healthy. And when you think about the middleweight title reign, he wore so proudly and had to surrender. You think about his wars with MJF. You think about Ikuro Kwon stealing his mask. And you think about going through the field of 16 in the Opera Cup, now into the semifinals, potentially becoming the only man in the 140 years that I'm aware of that has won back-to-back successive years.
Yeah, and to be fair, are we sure that he's recovered since the last Opera Cup? Are we sure he's recovered from the tournament a year ago?
Honestly, we're not. Mistico has not given himself time off. We know Austin Aries has recovered. He was pretty much a recluse from in-ring competition for 6 years. He scored some impressive wins in MLW 2019, but came back for this Opera Cup, and from Kushida to London, he's looked incredible. He's looked World Championship caliber. But Mistico has been World Championship caliber every night for years.
But has been out there fighting every single night, as you mentioned, Joe, year after year, day after day. Is that going to take its toll tonight against a seemingly fresh Austin Aries?
Nice handspring elbow. No signs of injury or wear and tear to Mistico yet. He's come out like a bat out of hell to teach a lesson to Aries, who certainly doesn't respect much of anybody or anything. Nice missile drop kick.
Yeah, I better respect that drop kick from Mistico. Sends him to the apron.
Mistico, the defending Opera Cup champion. Aries looking to solidify his major league return. And Mistico got a soar! Head and shoulder first.
A beautiful dive completed by Mistico as Don Gatto watches on approvingly. Whoa, hey. A little sip there.
Yeah, Don Gatto enjoying the finest tequila, as the agave artist is apt to do. And Don Gatto, you know, has a vested interest here because Don Gatto will be there in Charleston, South Carolina, November 20th, Lucha de los Muertos, where we will crown the finalists, the winner. Volador Jr., we know, is already advanced. One of these men will meet him in that environment in Charleston. It'll be a fiesta, it'll be a celebration, but for whom?
Could you imagine a Volador Jr. versus Austin Aries Opera Cup final? Two guys willing to go to any length to walk away with that trophy.
As they cover, Riot could break out before the match begins, if that were to take place. Mistico continue to press the offense on Aries. You see Aries, the southpaw, and certainly getting hit from that left side can cause some confusion or daze or catch off guard a competitor, right?
It catches you off guard, you know. I did a little bit of research actually, Joe, and one of the theories of why left-handed people exist is because it's a benefit in combat.
Changing knife edge chops back and forth. Mistico, maybe a hair quicker.
Aries, of course, thinks he's higher up on the evolutionary chart than everybody else, so maybe he's got a point with being left-handed, who knows?
Well, don't let him hear you say that.
And I've said it before, I mean, I hate to give him credit, but
yeah,
he's a fantastic athlete.
Oh, there's no doubt. He came in at peak physical shape, but Mistico looking to rise above. Boots, oh, he's got the feet up.
The Adam scouted. Adam scouted, got the boots right up to the face of Mistico.
And I think that's what Aries would refer to what Mistico just did as an unnecessary high risk. And now the greatest man that ever lived, the king of controversy, goes to work.
Beautiful knee drops, driving the bone right into the sternum, into the neck of Mistico.
Well, I said it at Slaughterhouse, I'll say it again. I've called Austin Aries world title fights before. This is that Austin Aries in those fights. This man has not lost a step. He has come taking this as seriously as anything in his life. And you can say what you want about the dogma and the preaching of his values and whatever you believe is irrelevant right now to me. Austin Aries, I don't care what goes through your mind. I care that you can fight, though, and you're doing a hell of a job. But will you rep the Opera Cup the right way? Oh, it could be Brainbuster. This one injured Mistico to begin with at Slaughterhouse, but a counter by a Raiden Patino. A Brainbuster of his own on Austin Aries.
Mistico able to fight fire with fire. We're going to see how brightly that flame burns on right now.
A bone-jarring, neck-breaking Brainbuster as Aries stiffened up but was able to recover. Oh, Mistico got caught through the ropes and hung up on that cable. And imagine just that feeling, having your lower spine bend that way.
Yeah, and that's going to take a toll on that already damaged neck. Obviously, that Aries has been targeting after hitting that brainbuster weeks ago.
Aries may have been looking for 450. As you saw a moment ago, Don Gatto watching, cool, calm, and debonair, awaiting what Charleston will look like.
And this is a spot where we've seen Mistico be so great in the past, landing those enziguris, running off the ropes. So the Gamengiri to the face. And now he's got him up on the top.
And Aries is rocked. Aries does not have his balance. Oh, Mistico. Look at Spanish Fly!
Beautiful technique. You can see Aries tried to hang onto the ropes as long as he could, tried to catch his footing, but Mistico able to pull him off and backflip him to the mat. But can he make the cover? Can he get the win?
Well, look how quick Mistico pops up, crosses the arms. Aries into the ropes. Great call by referee Gastineau. Austin Aries, I think, felt the Opera Cup slipping away, and at the last possible half second, snapped back into reality and got a death grip on the bottom rope.
It could have been a whiff of that Don Gatto that brought him back to life.
That could have been. But right now, Don Gatto has the best seat in the house for our main event at Symphony of Horrors. Aries just trying to hang on.
Austin Aries with the worst seat in the house right now.
Mistico blistering Aries from all sides. Well, you can tell Aries got that shot flush on the foot of Mistico.
Yeah, when you have to jump the entire match, when you use a lot of high-flying moves, that could be a detriment.
Oh, wait a minute, Mistico. Was he looking double underhook, maybe package pile driver? Aries didn't want to wait to find out. Oh no.
He's looking for the brainbuster, I think. Mistico holding on for dear life on those ropes.
Yeah, on the apron or on the floor? I would end this match in a heartbeat.
On Don Gatto.
My God.
Oh, Mistico looks like he was going to go for the brainbuster.
This is going to end very badly for at least one of these men. Aries, Aries carried, good
Jesus.
On the neck, on the injured neck. By design, and Aries wants a count out. Mistico's got 20 seconds, but man, you can give him 20 weeks and it might not be enough. Oh, but the roar of the crowd will change those perceptions. Mistico.
You can see the look of concern here in Julio Cesar Rivera's face as he watches Mistico.
Absolutely, somebody that knows Mistico probably better than almost anybody in this world. He knows the resiliency of Mistico, and for Mistico to be moving like this shows the man is in true pain. The man is injured, but the man won't stop because Mistico has an entire culture to represent.
I think he came out here injured, Joe. He went right after Aries trying to end it quick.
Oh, I agree completely. And Aries exploits that. Oh, a second one. This gotta be it.
And Aries wants the count out win. He's telling Frank Gastineau to count to 20.
Yeah, Mistico is not moving this time. And we talked about what if Austin Aries meets Volador Jr., two men that will take any shortcut to win.
Well, I mean, this is within the rules.
Yeah,
Let's
it is.
be real. I mean,
it's not a pin or submission. It's not the way you want to see it. But yes, it's in the confines of the rules.
It's a great strategy.
But it's an opening Aries created, jumping Mistico outside of a match. And we are 11 seconds away. No, Mistico back in.
And Aries showing a little bit of frustration, which you don't normally see out of him.
Now, oh, Mistico immediately drops down with a cross-arm breaker. Will Aries tap? He's thinking about it.
Can he get the torque on that arm?
Yeah, Mistico trying to wrench back, and Aries rolls through.
Oh,
Aries.
He's going to lock up that last chancery.
Yeah. Aries, he has some of the fingers locked. Mistico, he's got his left hand as a base to alleviate some of that pressure.
Just trying to grab at the hand and break the grip. Aries couldn't keep it held.
Yeah, Aries thought it should have been a submission, but nothing doing on this exchange.
Now Mistico trying to grab at the hands to break the grip. He was able to do it. But how much wear and tear is there on that neck? Is it held together?
And Mistico with an Austin Aries trick to the eyes. Mistico has been scouting, hasn't he? But Aries fires right back in kind.
You know, I don't know if you can blame him in that situation.
Oh, up that discus. Mistico handspring got caught. Up and over the half Nelson suplex.
Great snap on that by Aries. Got a low center of gravity. Threw Mistico over.
Mistico doesn't see it. No, he does! Aries was measuring it for the IED, but Mistico caught the thrust kick.
Caught him coming in at the very last second out of the corner of his eye. Now he's got him set up.
No, again, the moonsault doesn't connect, but Mistico saves himself. Oh, God. Overhead arm drag. Mistico landed high, maybe on the neck again.
Out of all the moves, a lucha arm drag into the corner could be what fells Mistico.
Oh. Got the IED that time. Mistico had staggered from the corner, but he still got all of the impact. And the brain buster. What started the damage? What caused the injury? Aries is gonna move on. No! Cinches in tighter, but Mistico kicks out.
Smart by Aries to go right back to the cover there, but Mistico just able to get his foot on the ropes.
Well, we know one thing about Austin Aries. He hates being told by anybody that he's wrong. And now Aries has to hear from Gastineau. That wasn't enough to beat Mistico. Hey! That's such disrespect. Aries, he spit in the referee's face. And now he's got an object on his fist. Oh, the heat-seeking missile. But Mistico moved.
Perhaps that split second spitting in Gastineau's face is what gave Mistico time to recover.
I think Aries was going to charge in with those knucks or whatever he has with that heat-seeking missile and connect with Mistico in midair, but now it may be Aries in danger of being counted out.
We may need to get a doctor out here for Gastineau after that as well.
Wait a minute. Mistico saying no.
Mistico breaks the referee's count by going into the ropes. Mistico wants to beat him in the ring. Mistico wants to do it the honorable way, the Opera Cup champion way. And Aries is not moving. Oh, wait a minute! Inside cradle! Aries, nearly took it. And now is measuring Mistico. The southpaw has those knuckles wrapped. A miss. Mistico the kick. Springboard. Santana Tamako. Aries is powerless. As Mistico in with a splash. Hooks along and he's moving to the finals.
Señoras y señores, pasa a la gran final. Aquí está la victoria del Rey de Plata y Oro, Mistico.
Mistico overcame an injury once again, overcame the threat of Austin Aries. Don Gato standing in appreciation as he realizes
Grito de México, México.
it will be Mistico competing for the Opera Cup as defending champion November 20th in Charleston for Lucha de los Muertos.
Don Gato approves, that's for sure, Joe.
Well, in Charleston we fight, but tonight we drink, we celebrate. A toast to the man who's made the most perfect tequila and the man who may be the perfect representative of the Opera Cup. Oh, what a moment for Mistico. But Mistico, the work isn't done. Volador Jr., maybe your top rival in Mexico over the past 15 years, stands in your way and stands next to what is for at least another month rightfully yours. Volador Jr. could take the Opera Cup from Mistico like he's taken so much from him over the years. It's Volador Jr., it's Mistico, the Opera Cup Finals at Lucha de la Muerte.
Major League Wrestling loves you.
What's up, dude?
The artist, Don The hourglass runs out.
I run MLW. SHOTZI's blood will be on your hands.
Who will etch their name into the legacy of the Opera Cup?
Skyscrapers, we rise, they crumble.
We are the world famous Good Brothers, and we're coming to MLW. The boys want in.
November 20th, Charleston. You've never seen Lucha Libre like this.